Hey guys, it's a brand new day on Gillum Farms and I'm Johnny. And what I'm doing right now, I'm starting a new thing, okay? So this is Deer Camp 2024. All right, let's check this dude out. Hasn't been started in quite a while. I've got to start supper. So it's going to be chilly. You know, it's deer season, so it's going to be chilly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on, actually I'm going to do it on low stove top. So what I've got is I've got some of our ground beef from our, we're about out of deer meat. So, you know, I've got some ground beef, and that's what I'm going to be putting in there. And in there, I'm going to get a little bit of water, put a little bit in here with it, get that good steam going. Alright, let's put the lid on it. Let her simmer. You know, they say a good cook doesn't give away the recipe, you know, or anything like that. And it's not like I'm gonna give away anything or anything like that, but you know. Anyway, yeah, let's check this out. Look at that. Look at that. And whoever says that chili doesn't have beans in it, well, that just ain't right. So anyway, man, this is gonna be good eating this week. Man, what an awesome morning it has been up here. I'm up here high on down here at deer camp. I'm several miles from actual camp. I'm up in the mountains. But I've got let me show you here. I've got my 4570 Ruger built Marlin. And I've seen a ton of deer, as I've showed you some of the footage of what I've seen this morning. So I'm trying to still kind of be quiet. I'm going to be here till about 11 o'clock. It's 10, almost 10:30 now. I'm going to sit another half hour. But anyway, it's been a great morning. Been an awesome hunt. And got 2 more weeks of this. So anyway, Deer Camp 2024 continues. I'm in a totally different patch of woods now. I'm in a totally different area. Well, I'm not in a different patch of woods. I'm just in a different area on the same mountain. So I've got a totally different view. It's more brushy. I can't see a long way, but I can see a little bit. And we had a forest fire come through here several years ago, and that's really thickened it up. But anyway, let's see what we see this evening. This is the first evening of rifle season at deer camp. Hello. All right, it's a wrap for the first day of rifle deer season in Oklahoma. We'll give it a shot tomorrow. It's supposed to be really warm and windy tomorrow. But anyway, there's deer. Oh, by the way, there's deer 100 yards right over that way, but it's just does and small bugs. So anyway, try it again tomorrow. All right, folks, it is the morning of day 2 of deer camp rifle season, and where I am is I'm in one of my favorite spots. Yeah, it's a beautiful little spot. We've done some good here over the years. I've changed up my weapon this morning. I've got a 30-06 Remington Model 700 30-06 on. Just changing up my luck a little bit, I guess. But anyway, oh, this is the place I killed one of my 10 points last year from the video, muzzleloader deer. So anyway, I'm just going to set it out and see what's going on here. Okay. That's a wrap for this morning. I did not see a deer this morning. So morning day 2, a wrap. Now let's get ready for the afternoon hunt. Hey everybody, it's the evening hunt on the second day, and I have hiked up a mountain. I mean, a huge mountain. It's what we call the west side. It's what we call Long Ridge. And I've hiked up here to sit in this old abandoned ladder stand. I mean, this thing has grown into the tree. The ladder doesn't even go all the way to the ground because the tree grew up with it in it and lifted the ladder up about 6 inches off the ground. So it's a pretty steep angle leaning back because of all that and the tree, and it's not the best situation. But anyway, I am here. It's about 3:30, 3:45. I've already seen a buck on the way up here. I saw a buck while I was coming up the hill. I could have shot it. It was an 8 point. And I saw some does when I got up here. So there are deer around. So anyway, I want to show you kind of my view. It's mostly a kind of a maple ridge with a rock line right here. And then that goes to what we call the mini bowl. And what I'm hoping to do is catch a big old buck coming out of the mini bowl. Looking for does. So anyway, we'll sit here and see what happens. It's about 5:20 and I haven't seen anything yet. So we'll sit here till dark, and in the morning we'll do something different. But got a lot of time left. Let me finish up this evening, and then we'll see what tomorrow brings. Alright guys, it's the third day of rifle season, and I'm up in my stand. I've actually seen about 6 deer so far. I've seen 2 little bitty bucks and some does. But they are so spooky. And yeah, every deer I see is just, you know, in flight mode basically. And what I'm going to do is there's a big, what we call the mini bowl over here, not far from where I'm at, and I'm going to walk over into that. So I'm going to ease over that way in this wind and see if I can stalk through there and possibly get a shot at him with my 45-70, which is hanging right here. So anyway, I just don't, the way the deer are acting here, I think I'm really just kind of educating right now because the wind is swirling everywhere in this spot where I'm at. So anyway, I'm going to get down and head over that way. Chill out right here for a little bit. Found me another really good spot to sit up there on this mountain. So I am way up in what we call, I don't even know why we call it the mini bowl. This thing is huge. So I can see below, way below me. See this line right here, which is where I'm thinking deer may come from or go to. This line right back through here. Got that little flat down there. I think this is just an awesome spot. Boy, it'll be a long drag to the truck though. Alright, I've learned a lot more about this area up here. It's been a long time since I've been up on this area. So I've come up here, reacquainted myself. I will be back. I will definitely be back up here. I'm going to hoof it out of here. And I'll still hunt on the way back. Rugged country, guys. Rugged. If old deer stands could talk. This is well down inside of this is our property here. And this deer stand's been here for a few years, but still yet, it hasn't been here longer than I've been here. Because they're using a modern type screw-in step. And what they did was they took the bottom ones out and left those in up through there. But they took these out so somebody wouldn't be able to climb up there to their stand. Yeah. Anyway, how interesting is that? Good spot. Really thick though. Huh. Well, they were trespassing, whoever they were. Alright, I have just got to my spot. I'm down at deer camp, and we'll see how it works out. So let me get on to the stand. It's about 2:45, almost 2:50 maybe. So we'll see what today brings. Alright folks, I had another hunt this morning. I saw and passed a small 8-point buck, and I saw 5 does this morning. It's tough. It's a tough season this year. A lot tougher than normal, I guess you'd call it. Lots of bucks, but just all dings, you know. So anyway, I'm headed back to camp now. I sat till 11:15 this morning. I headed to camp, gonna get some food, gonna take some Tylenol for this hip because I got a hip. It is killing me. And then I'm going to hit it again this evening and see what happens. Alright, here's a really fresh scrape. Here's the branches he's been working. I'm going to show you. I came from way down the mountain down there. I am really high right now. I don't know what the elevation is, but it's way up here. Quite the hike. So what I'm doing is, if you'll remember, last year in my video, I had a stand over here that somebody was trespassing in. And I'm going to check on that stand right now. Let's see it. It's back through there. I'm going to circle around to it here. It's really thick up here. It appears my stand is in the middle of the briar patch now. So I'm going to work my way in here as best as I can. If I should go around. The stand is just right there, but getting to it. I need some work up here, for sure. Alright, I made it to the stand. There's a couple of things I'm going to do here to make this safer. First off, this thing, if it falls, it's a bad thing on this ladder, so let me fix that. Alright, the strap up there broke, so I've got to climb up here and try to fix this. Okay, I got this stand fixed. I'm actually sitting in it right now. But anyway, I think this is going to be a great place. The problem is, I think most of my shooting is going to be behind me because this used to be the area where I was watching for deer, and it grew up so tremendously. And I need to bring the little machine up here and clear all this out. That's going to be a winter project for me to do that. I'm going to clear all this growth out of here and make this a good spot to hunt again. There's no corn or feed or anything up here. This is all acorns. So, and there's a lot of scrapes right over there. And the wind is right. So, anyway, good spot. Well, I got a buck. Alright, let's go down here and see what we got. What a beautiful morning. $45.70. Can't forget this. Alright, let's go look and see what we got. That's a scrape up there they just made. Whenever I shot this deer, he was right through there. I believe he was right over here. This is working. Yeah. Alright, he was right over in this area right over here whenever I shot him. There's a scrape right here. Let's see here. Yeah, that's a really fresh scrape right there. And he was right, let's see, where was he? He was right down in here when I shot. If we can find blood. Oh, we got blood. Right here, right here, right here. See all this blood right here? Okay, so we got good blood. And our deer, let's see, where'd he go? He ran down, here's blood, blood, blood. Blood, blood, heavy blood, heavy blood, heavy blood. Blood, blood. See, I've been hunting hard, guys. A lot of blood. Oh my gosh. Tons of blood. Oh, I see a belly down there. Lots of blood. Right down through here. Man, at least he ran the right way, because I can get my truck to right over there. Yeah, there's the blood all the way down through here. All we gotta do is, yeah, he went right through there. Right through here, right where I'm at. I mean, he ran right through here. He ran right through there. I mean, look at that. Right through there. That 45-70 and that 300 grain bullet does a number. And he is laying right there. And like I said, all I gotta do is get him right over there. Oh, he's nice. Nice sized deer. He's not a massive rack deer. He's got a good body on him. Yeah, he ran right through here. And this is where he ended up. Yep. Oh, that's where he ended up. Alright guys, I'm not even gonna lie. It's been a tough season for me this year. I just have not been able to put it together, and this deer came by this morning and I determined that this was the deer that I needed to take, because I've got a lot of things I got to get taken care of at home. A lot. Okay, I want to show you guys something. That was the entry hole of a hard quartering away buck, and he was quartering, so I had to take the shot. So that's the point of impact right there. And I'm going to show you the exit over here on the other side. This is the exit right here. So it went from that back there and came out right here. Now that's a 300 grain bullet from a 45-70 rifle. It looks like that. It's a pretty good piece. Used to be what they hunted buffalo with back in the day. So anyway, I'm gonna get the guts out of this deer, get the truck up here and get him loaded up. Okay folks, I'm getting ready to gut this deer. Make sure I'm on him good. Alright. First thing you do is you roll up your sleeves, because this is a mess. Alright. So, get everything out of the way here. And the way I do it, I stand on one back leg, take my knife, and I slice So I start underneath the at the back, and I just go up, and what I'm trying to do is avoid hitting the guts. Now you've seen others that have done that way where they don't, the gutless method. I don't do that. That's all right if that's what they like to do, but I also like the rib meat, and you don't get that with the gutless method. So this is some of the prettiest meat that you'll ever have. When this deer was taken care of, it's going to be taken care of right. It wasn't stressed. It wasn't ran by dogs. Okay. All right. So the guts are intact. No problem there. No nasty up inside the deer. Just roll them out. All right, we roll the guts out. Now, let's get the heart and the lungs. Oh yeah, his heart is blown up. Right there's the heart. With that shot, I blew the heart to pieces. So, yeah, that was a good shot. Alright. Get all the blood out of him. Lung material. Don't cut yourself. Alright. He is gutted. That easy. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the blood out of him. The way you do that is you grab a back leg, grab the other back leg, and you flip him over like that. And that gives that blood an escape. That blood just flows right out like that right there. Anyway, he is gutted. Let me go get the truck. Alright. This was always a trick for me whenever I was a young man. Now that I'm an old man, it's even more of a trick. Alright, let's see here. Reattach his rack to something. I got something. Okay, what this will do is just hold it racked up. Get in over here. Here's a heavy one. Here's a long one too. Like 125 pounds dress. Yeah, he's 125 pounds dress. Nice deer. Nice deer. Okay guys, you just thought it was over. What I'm doing now is I'm after a doe. I'm going to try to make it a buck doe deer camp this year. So anyway, so I've got my trusty 30-30 here. So anyway, yep, I'm gonna try to make it a buck doe year this year. So anyway, let me get up on the mountain. Dead coyote. Just shot a coyote. Great job. All right. I want to show you what I shot here. That's what I got right there. Pretty good shot from back that way. Anyway, got a coyote.